The only thing left for a believer is to continually experience the process of transformation into the image of Christ. That doesn't mean you become more righteous. It doesn't mean you become more holy. It just means you begin to outwardly live those things that are already true of you inwardly. See, he has cleansed you with his blood. That's the process of sanctification. That leaves you in right standing before the Father, and that leaves you as a properly cleansed vessel, set apart for the Master's use, which is the definition of holiness. He gives you a new heart, and he places his Spirit within you. You, as a believer, are as righteous as you will ever be. Now, the body will experience a renewal. You'll get an eternal body one way or the other, and your soul will no longer battle sin once you pass into eternity or get that resurrected body. But now your spirit is as righteous and as holy as it ever will be because it is in union with God. So you might ask, well, why am I sick? Why am I broke? Why am I depressed? Why am I not experiencing heaven on earth like Jesus prayed? And that has everything to do with your heart. You don't need to work on yourself to get better to get it from him. It's a matter of belief. The issue is, how confident are you in the character of God in you? To the degree you are persuaded that God lives within you and has completed you through Christ, you will experience those realities. That's a simple fact. So Psalm 37, we look back at a glimpse of this new heart that we will have. And he's obviously talking about his old wicked heart, but he still knows that his relationship is in the context of what's going on within his heart. David prophesies to himself all the time. He's talking to himself, and here he gets the answer of how to experience God, how to experience the peace of God. So in Psalm 37:4, talking about the heart, he says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart." The word delight is the Hebrew word anag, and it means to be soft and pliable and to be happy about. And then the word he shall give you to the desires of your heart, it's twofold. It means to put or set, meaning he puts the desires in there, and it also means to bestow. So yes, you're righteous, but you might not be experiencing what God wants you to have. You might not be experiencing God's desires for you because the desires in your heart aren't matching God's desires for you. But what you can do is make yourself soft and pliable to God. See, we're talking about experiencing God. It's one thing to know the doctrine of righteousness through the new covenant. It's another thing to experience the grace, the power, the indwelling spirit that compels you to live out what he has for you. And how you do it is you make yourself soft at a heart level, the deepest core of who you are. That means when you're facing sin, when you have that temptation and you really want to just wallow in your depression, or you want to burst out in anger, or you want to look at that website that you're not supposed to look at, or you want to take that another drink or smoke that other joint, whatever it is that causes the internal conflict within you, you have to become aware that you have a choice before you cross that line. And what you have to do is make yourself soft and pliable. See, what we do is we carry so much guilt because we think we have an evil, wicked heart, which you don't as a believer. And we see that sin and we think, oh, this is just part of who I am. I'm an old, dirty sinner before the Father. This is just what I do. This is my excuse. I'm never going to get over this. That's a lie. What you have to do is delight yourself. Make yourself soft. Rejoice in him and thank him for the victory. But when you're facing that conflict, be willing to make a choice. Grace is found in the margin of choice. What I mean by that is when you have the opportunity to cross the line, look inward for that strength that God has placed as a fountain within you. Be willing to let him transform you. Let him put new desires within your heart. See, this heart knows God. It knows his voice. It has everything about how to live properly written within it, not to earn righteousness, but to live from it. And you have a choice in every decision that you face to become soft to the Lord. Take a moment, rejoice in him, thank Him for what He's done within you, and choose grace. And that power will rise up within you, and He will make those changes within you that you just cannot seem to do on your own. You're not trying to fix your heart. You're not trying to become a better you. You're just taking the step to go from take what you believe in your mind about doctrine to an experiential level at the heart, and be empowered and strengthened and emboldened as you delight yourself in Him. Just imagine yourself in His hands, not so that He can make your life difficult, but so that He can put His desires and His intents and His purposes within your heart, and you literally become, you just change. You just experience new ways of how to choose life within you that you never even thought imaginable. I mean, what would it be like for you if when you face temptation, you just naturally choose God's way of living? It's possible as you delight yourself in Him, make yourself soft and pliable, and choose God. Be sure to subscribe to our channel below so you don't miss any of our videos. There's also a free gift for you in the description, as well as a link to our church and a link to my personal website with my blog, lots of free messages, great articles. I pray those inspire you to trust God and root you deeper in your identity in Christ. God bless you.